and welcome to Letty Does Playing Lone Wolf, The Huntress, Quelling of the Flame, Part 4. So I filmed parts 1 through 4 of this Let's Play all in one go, and the clip that you are watching marks the beginning of Part 4. If you haven't seen Part 3 yet, go check that out first. You can find the link for that in this video's PeerTube description. And with that, let's get started. Now I need to pick, do I want the bear or do I want the serpent? I am a woman, and the woman will always pick the bear. Oh, but they did make it seem like I should be doing the serpent. Is the serpent swamp what I'm aiming for?
Praying to a serpent doesn't sound like a good idea, but that's what I'm supposed to do, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Is the serpent related to witches? Do I not ask for the... I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna do it, and if something bad happens, then I guess that's going to be that. Alright. I need to put that I lost the incense. Okay, and then I will erase it from my progress chart. So much for that. Okay. I hope this isn't a bad idea. Maybe. The brazier at the serpent's base is the only one in the room not lit, leaving the totem shrouded in darkness. You use your flint and tinder to strike a flame in the oil that fuels the brazier. If you have the mark of the Agarashi, turn immediately to 13. Otherwise, if you have the Art of Thieves' Touch, turn to 60. Or if you have the knowledge of the Oracle's Riddle, turn to 160. If you have neither, then you kneel before the statue for several minutes, but no revelation occurs to you, and eventually you leave. Turn to 130. Well, shit. I do have the knowledge of the Oracle's Riddle, but it says if you have the mark of the Agarashi, turn immediately to 13. So maybe I should have asked him about the future if there wasn't a choice for me to make in between here. Dang it, Mark of the Agarashi! You doing bad stuff again. Okay? But I do have the knowledge. It's not lit! What am I doing? It means no one likes this guy. The incense catches fire in a flare of unexpected light and heat that fully illuminates the totem. With horror, you see what it truly depicts. Staring back at you, its grinning wooden face, made all the more horrible by the way the shadows deepen its countenance, is the Agarashi who took your eye on the great Lunalian plain. A voice whispers in your head, "You bear our mark. now bear our gift. It is as if something frozen is poured down your back. You shiver uncontrollably and fall to your knees. The cold spreads throughout your entire body until you are shaking violently in its grip. You scramble back from the altar and out of the temple into the heat of day, sweat chilling under your clothes. As the cold begins to leave you, you notice that you feel more alert. Your nose is sifting through all the various scents on the street, identifying them one by one, and your ears pick up the buzzing of flies and the distant shouts from a marketplace. First, note next to your mark of the Agarashi that you now have the Dark Blessing. If you do not already have the Art of Exceptional Awareness, gain it now. If you already have it, then make a note by it that it is now improved. Any time that Exceptional Awareness would give you a bonus to a random number selection, you may pick 2 numbers and keep either. Turn to 130. Okay. So weird. And I guess what took my eye is a snake. Separately, I'm a little confused about this. So, Dark Blessing. And Exceptional Awareness. Now, this is what confuses me. So, Art of Exceptional Awareness, gain it now. I am assuming this last bit right here, anytime that Exceptional Awareness would give you a bonus to a random number selection, you may pick 2 numbers and keep either. That only applies to the improved one, I think. But the wording makes it sound like it's because of the Dark Blessing that I can do that, even though I just gained it. Okie dokie. Here's what we're doing. Mark of the Agarashi. Dark Blessing. It doesn't obviously look like a plus sign. It looks like I wrote Agarash shit. It's not what I'm trying to write. Parentheses, maybe? Dark Blessing? Awesome. Okay. Now we're going Exceptional Awareness. Alright. And then I don't need the improved aspect of it. It's fine. Did I did not. Now need to write 130. Okay. You end up heading deeper and deeper into Dalibu, lost in your thoughts, until you look up and realize that you are alone in a part of the city which has been completely abandoned to the jungle. Here, the buildings are not, but burnt out husks, and the trees have grown so tall and leafy that they cast the cracked streets in perpetual shade. Creepers have conquered any 2 stones left standing on top of each other, and large bird-catching spiders have made the alleyways homes for their nests. You pull away vines grown thick as sailor's rope from the side of a mostly intact building and see a bronze plaque underneath, charred by ancient fire. The plaque bears no words, but instead a simple design of a half-lidded eye in a triangle of flame. Seeing it gives you a strange feeling, as though you have been here before, touched this before. You can picture this building before it was burned to the ground. A scream cuts through the air. Birds explode from the trees around you, startled into flight in this otherwise tomb-like place. The cry came from inside the ruined building. You hurry to investigate. Turn to 202. Okay, I guess I'm finally meeting them. What are they gonna think when they see me and my face? I don't know. Enough of the walls still stand to provide you cover as you move silently towards the source of the cry. Coming through a half-collapsed doorway, you see a woman on the ground, bleeding from a gaping wound in her throat. She is dead before you reach her. Whatever beast did this has left its kill uneaten and undefended. More the behavior of a domesticated hunting dog than a wild beast. Examining the body further, you find on her left forearm a brand of a half-lidded eye and wreathed by fire. You also find the following, any of which you can keep. A serrated dagger with a crystal handle. Mark it as a crystal dagger. A weapon that when wielded deals an additional +1 damage whenever you deal damage in combat. Skin-crawler poison. See recipe list. A compass, backpack item. Ornate hairpin. This is a special item. You can slip it into a secret pocket of your cloak. An opening in the floor catches your eye. Beyond it is a stairway heading down into darkness. Splatters of blood trail down the steps to a stone tunnel. You decide to follow, your eyes seeking out danger in the dark. Turn to 244. Okay. Another dead member of the Waking Flame. Am I ever going to meet any live members of the Waking Flame? You find the following, any of which you can keep. Here's the thing. To me, maybe because I'm greedy, any is like, there's a social implication of just one. But, I mean, it doesn't say I can only keep one. I feel like if that was the case and I was only meant to keep one, then it would say that. But it doesn't. So I can keep multiple, right? Right? Any of which. Does that mean one or multiple? I've already used it as multiple in the past. Because I guess I'm a terrible person. Alright. Well, I don't need the compass. I already have a compass. I'm gonna take the rest. You guys can tell me something if this is wrong. I don't know what I'll do if it is, but I'll figure something out, I guess. Ha ha ha. So, that crystal dagger, that sounds pretty great. Sounds awesome to me. And I think I have room for a skin crawler potion. Poison. a hairpin. Now, why would I just loot one thing from the body? I'm already looting the body. It's not more morally incorrect to steal one item versus taking the lot. Okay, ornate hairpin. Nice. Skin crawler poison. That's, I can use, that goes in my backpack. Just double checking. Definitely my backpack. Just right, skin crawler P. I know what this is. Now, crystal dagger, a weapon that when wielded deals an additional +1 damage whenever you deal damage in combat. I'll be honest with you, that sounds too fucking good to be true. Something is gonna happen. Someone's gonna be like, why do you have the crystal dagger of our fallen sister? Did you murder them, you murderer? And I will talk my way out of it when it comes to that. Okay. I want the captain's cutlass still, so I guess I'm getting rid of my axe. Yep. Bye-bye, axe. Hello, crystal dagger. +1 damage. +1 damage. When dealt, I guess. That makes sense to me. Oh, out. Ay, no me digas. The alt. There, that's correct. Ooh, I'm so excited for the crystal dagger. I'll be very sad if it's immediately taken from my grubby little hands. Okay. Now let's follow the splatters of blood down the dark tunnel. I've been making a lot of good decisions this playthrough. Yes, okay. You put a hand against the wall and follow it slowly, straining your ears to hear anything beyond the stifling silence. You can tell the tunnels are narrow, for if you stretch out both hands, you can feel both walls. At one point, your hand finds a niche and brushes against something smooth and cool. It takes you a few moments to recognize that you have touched a human skull. At times, you do think you hear something in the dark, whispers and shuffling of soft footsteps. But whenever you stop to listen, you are left with only the sound of your own breathing. You are continuing forward after one of these pauses when the wall you are following abruptly ends and you stumble. At the same time, someone grabs your hair and pulls your head back. Light flares to life, causing you to blink in pain. Reach for a weapon and I'll water the stones with your blood. A female voice hisses into your ear as a blade is pressed against your throat. Turn to 128. Okay. You can do that. I guess we'll do that. Hello, daughter. Not that bad. Not yet. Let's... Nothing bad has happened yet. Oh, Shaggy, you need a pee? Right now? Are you sure? Okay, hold on. Sorry, Shaggy needs to pee. 1 second. Okay, one jump cut later, we are back. You are here. Have you touched anything? You've touched everything. Thanks, child. Goodbye, child. Okay, and my daughter's left, so that's alright. Let me find out where I was. Okay. I'm at 128. The light glows brighter, and a small woman holding a black tunic with white trim comes forward holding a lantern. Her short cropped hair has streaks of gray in it, and there are crow's feet at the corners of her eyes. I'm looking for Nessa of the waking flame, you gasp, feeling the blade rasp against your neck. At this, the woman comes closer still, peering at you as if you are a particularly interesting passage in a book. You notice that her eyes do not match. One is a forest green, the other daffodil yellow. And why do you seek the waking flame? She asks. First, to warn them. The twins are coming. They already have killed one of the order, and they nearly killed me. We shouldn't trust her. The knife holder hisses, tightening their grip. A bead of blood trickles down your neck. Who are you? The woman with the colorful eyes demands. If you tell her the truth, turn to 3. If you lie, turn to 69. Nice. Okay. So the person with the colored eyes, I know from having played as Tetha before, is this person is Nessa. Do I tell the truth or do I lie? What would they prefer? I don't know. I really don't know what is preferable. Okay. Okay. Logic time. Use the logic. Sintra, oh hello, has already told Nessa she's been updating her. Well, goodbye. She's been updating her on my whereabouts. Alright? She already knows who I am pretty much, and she wrote in her letter, I believe the Huntress is who you think she is. So Nessa already has some notion of who I am. She's probably also come to learn that my face is now horribly fucked up. So, I mean, you know, I don't know how war-torn Dalibu is at the moment, but she's not. How many completely burned and disfigured women are you going to come across? Yeah, I don't think I can lie to her. I think this is just a test to see if I will or not. What are you eating? There's nothing edible on my desk. Okay, so I think this is a test. It would be very silly if This isn't a test. Let's tell her the truth. Sindra did say you can do with her as you wish, though. That sounds threatening. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Even though lying would take me to page 69. People call me the Huntress, you say. What my real name is, I do not know. What I've come seeking and decide is nothing more or less than the truth of who I am. I was told that such secrets lie with the waking flame. Upon hearing your name, the woman takes a step back, raising a hand as if to ward off an attack. Nessa, what's wrong? The knife wielder asks. Turn to 221. Okay. So Nessa expects me to fight her? She thinks I'm going to kill her. Why? Silence her, quickly, Nessa says. Before you can say more, the woman restraining you shouts a word that is more than a word, and you feel sleep come over you like a smothering blanket, dragging you down into darkness. Your limbs go limp, and your weight pulls you to the cool stone floor. Nessa speaks to the woman who is holding you, an olive-skinned warrior. There is no time to explain now. Faricia. Gather the others. This woman is not what she seems. With that, you fall into a sleep without dreams. Turn to 108. Oh no! What does that mean? Not who she seems. 'Cause I have the mark of the Agarashi? 'Cause I don't know, messed up? If they know who I am, they should tell me. I have been searching high and low. Nothing, when you come awake, makes sense. A torch in a wall scones cast jittery shadows. Iron bars form a cage around you, and through them a pool of blood is slowly expanding, following the contours of the floor. The blood flows from further down the hallway, but you cannot see it from within your cell. There is a faint tearing sound drifting from that direction. You have been stripped of everything except your clothing, cloak, and money. Your backpack, weapons, and all special items have been taken from you, including your demonic mask, if you had one. The only items left to you, if you had them, are the ornate hairpin, the lucky coin, Yenvir's arrow snatch, and any fire seeds, which you were able to hide in your cloak. Do not erase your items, as there may be a chance to recover them. For now, keep note on a separate piece of paper any new equipment or items you pick up. If you have an ornate hairpin and the art of thieves' touch, you may attempt to pick the lock. Turn to 38. Otherwise, turn to 246. Dang it! I have the hairpin. I have exceptional awareness. Does that get me anything?
Dang it.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna mentally make note that the only things I have left are my hairpin, my coin, and the fire seeds. Everything taken from me. Wow, that was one too many. Yeah. No thieves. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I really hope I can get my stuff back. Please. Please, sir. I've just acquired the crystal dagger. I don't want to lose it. I didn't even get to use it. You pace back and forth, your mind racing to find a way you might escape. Before you have long to ponder, you hear a low, heavy breathing and the soft padding of furred feet. A dog walks into view, a powerful black beast more kin to hyena than hound, with silvering jaws and bright red eyes. It has clearly been fighting, for there are wounds all over its body, and it is limping. It looks at you and licks its lips with a thick black tongue. Then it lunges, locking its jaws around the iron bars and worrying them with its fangs. Where the beast's spit runs over the bars, the metal begins to hiss and melt. Even as you watch, one of the bars gives way completely, and the beast pushes its bulky head through, snapping its jaws shut barely a foot from you. You have to strike now before it can get through completely. If you have a fire seed and wish to throw it at the beginning of combat, turn to 191. Injured Plague Hound, Endurance 114. The combat ratio for this fight is +0. This already takes into account that you are unarmed, so do not add any further penalty. Anytime you take damage, take +1 damage from the beast's corrosive bite. If you have the Art of Drovadas, add +4 to the combat ratio. If you win this combat, then you gingerly step through the broken bars over the dog's twitching corpse. Turn to 70. Okay. I need to look up the fire seed thing. Okay. So, I guess this is a special situation. And usually I can use fire seed whenever I want before combat, but like since that takes me to a different page, I guess it does something other than the 4 damage. I'll use the fire seed. I have one more. Maybe I can make more later. Let's see what happens. Maybe this blows up in my face, literally. We can see. I'll turn and then mark it. With the hound's wide mouth only inches from you, you have nowhere to throw the seed except down its gullet. You are not prepared for the reaction that follows. Mingling with some chemical oddity in the plague hound's stomach, the fire seed causes an explosion that rips the beast apart from the inside, showering you with its blood and bile. Where the bile touches your skin, it burns badly as acid and eats away at your flesh. Lose 3 endurance. The explosion also ripped open a hole in the bars large enough for you to exit through. Stepping gingerly over the stinking remains of the hound, you leave the cell, stopping to pick up a battle axe from the corpse of the guard. Add this as a weapon on your action chart, turn to 70. So, right now I don't have anything on my person. So the battle axe is my only weapon, I believe. Plus axe. Okay, now let's lose those 3 endurance. We're at 19. Now we're at 16. Yep, 16 out of 20. And temporary stuff. Temporary. On a separate sheet of paper, it said. Well, I've already marked it on my other thing. Maybe I'll adjust it the more stuff I gain. But, oh, wait, the fire seed. Okay, so now that I've used both the fire seed, do I just erase that bad boy? It's used, it's gone. I think I erase it. Yes. Goodbye. Nothing else, no more. Sure. 70. Or maybe I should end this one here, actually. I don't want it to get too long. Okay. Well, then I'll just have to remember for the next time that I got the axe. And that I don't have anything else on me at the moment. Sure. This makes sense to me. Stay tuned for part 5. That's all I got for you for now. Get out there, do all this stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!